Welcome once again. Yeah, in continuation with this video, that is on intro to organic chemistry, we are going to be considering the hydrocarbon. I short form it as C subscript X subscript Y. So that is it. So this is part 2 series of this video. So let's go straight to the point. What is hydrocarbon? We always start with definition. You need to know some basic things. That is the sense of this video. Yeah. Hydrocarbon is no other thing than an organic compound that basically constitutes of two elements. What are the two elements? Your carbon and your hydrogen. That's why you are seeing it directly from the formula or the symbol that is denoting hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon is an organic compound that contains basically two elements, carbon and hydrogen. So that is the definition. Now we talk about the various way of classifying hydrocarbon. The various way of classifying hydrocarbon. There are different ways to classify hydrocarbon naturally, but we're going to make this video simple, short, straight, and to the point. Now, what do you mean by that? There are different ways. We can talk about hydrocarbon, classify hydrocarbon in terms of having multiplicity of bond and also having just single bond. That's what we call saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. By that, what do you mean by saturated hydrocarbon? So classification of hydrocarbon. Now we can take the format of saturated, yes, and unsaturated. We're still coming unsaturated. By saturated hydrocarbon, which you can have maybe just this. It's basically this, and then we talk about cycle part of it. But I will not consider this cycloalkane. Yeah. Cycloalkane conform to the nature of alkene, so I will not consider you as being so. Saturated hydrocarbon, which is the parent alkane. Saturated hydrocarbon are no other thing than those hydrocarbons whereby the carbon chains are fully made up of single bond, or you say that there are those hydrocarbons whereby the tetravalency of carbon atom are fully satisfied by single bond. That is saturated hydrocarbon. That is what it is. So you should take note of that. Whereas when we talk about unsaturated hydrocarbon, there are those hydrocarbons whereby the carbon chain contain either carbon-carbon double bond or carbon-carbon triple bond. Or here you see a single bond all through in saturated. Here there's a presence of carbon-carbon double bond moiety or carbon-carbon triple bond. So that's just what I wanted to know. So in terms of saturated and unsaturated, we can also talk about hydrocarbon in terms of what we call aliphatic, the nature of the chain, aliphatic hydrocarbon. Aliphatic hydrocarbon. This one I can tell it nature of chain linkage. Aliphatic hydrocarbon by that's aliphatic CXHY. What do you mean by this? So there are those hydrocarbons that occur either in form of straight chain or branch chain. Straight chain or branch chain. Under here we can start talking about your alkane again. Your alkane. So that is saturated. The aliphatic hydrocarbon. Then we also have what you call cyclic hydrocarbon. Of course, cyclic can take different form. We can have what you call under cyclic are those ones that the carbon chain form a ring. Yes, they form a ring. Under cyclic, they are going to be considered into different forms. Like we have what you call alicyclic, and aromatic. Now these alicyclic are just on more or less, like you can see aliphatic is there. There are those hydrocarbon that are in the nature of aliphatic, but here they form a ring. Yes. Whereas when we talk about aromatic, there is benzene and benzene-like substances. Though there's also aromatic with aliphatic connection, which we call allyls. So what will happen is I'm going to take this, so that I don't want to make this too lengthy. I'm going to take this bit by bit and I will explain every concept. Just keep following for more video updates. Not just that, like, share, and comment to strengthen me to do more of this. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.